Hello, my dearest language students. Today, I'm going to test your English. Whether you are planning to study or just in general moving to a new country or a place, this test will really help you understand your current level. Before we start, let me explain to you some rules. We're gonna have 20 questions and I have divided the test into 4 parts based on 4 different levels: beginner / elementary, intermediate, upper intermediate and advanced. Now, each section has 5 questions and you complete each section. And for each section, you count the number of mistakes that you made. And when you notice that in a certain section, you make more than 2 mistakes, your level is probably a bit lower. So for example, if you make 2 mistakes in the advanced section, that means your level is probably B2 or upper intermediate. Let's start. I am super excited. I'm gonna read the questions. I'm gonna give you the answers and we are gonna determine which answer is correct. Are you ready? I am ready. I love tests. I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to select your answer. What is he doing? Smiles, smiling, grinning. The correct answer is smiling, because the person's current action and smiling is a verb that describes the action of showing happiness on one's face. Next question. Jack, his favorite TV series on Saturday nights. Watch. Number 2, watches. Number 3, is watching. And the correct answer is watches, because it's present simple tense. Next question. I prefer bicycle, motorcycle. The options are from, to, than. The answer is number 2. You generally prefer something to something, so I prefer bicycle to motorcycle. So number 2 is correct. Tanya, to read books. Number 1, doesn't like. Number 2, don't like. Number 3, does like. The correct answer is number 1, doesn't like, because it is the correct form of the negative sentence in the present simple tense. Can you, the way, the theatre. Now here, 2 words are missing. The options are, can you tell the way to the theatre? Can you speak the way of the theatre? Or can you say the way through the theatre? And the correct answer is number 1. Can you tell the way to the theatre? That sounds right. I hope you liked these questions. I hope you are enjoying the test. Now we just wrapped up over the beginners or elementary questions, that is A1, A2 level. And now we are moving on to intermediate level, that is B1. Let me read the question for you. He said that he lived in Delhi. Number 1, lived. Number 2, has lived. Number 3, had lived. Okay, reported speech. This is becoming interesting. When we are reporting a sentence that talked about something in the past, we need to go even further in the past. What is further in the past than past simple? It is the past perfect. So here it is had lived. So number 3 is the correct answer. The lion chased the deer chased the lion. Options are number 1, was. Number 2, has. Number 3, has been. Passive voice. For the passive voice, we will also use past simple. So the answer here is number 1, was. Which sentence is grammatically correct? All my brother's books have been stolen. All the books of my brother have been stolen. Repeated action in the past. So, number 3 is correct. That is, both the answers are correct. Think of a word that is suitable for both sentences. Magnesium is metal. The new lamp had good for reading. And the word is light. Light means to ignite, to burn, and light also means less in weight. Complete the second sentence so that it has a similar meaning to the first sentence using the given word. And the word is off. He likes me. He is me. And the answer is, he is fond of me. At any stage when you decide to leave this test, please leave a comment with your current level based on this test or other test that you have taken. Okay, that's it for B1. Are you ready for B2? We are getting into complicated tenses. Number 1 question is, by the time you read this, number 1, will leave, will have left, would leave. And the answer is number 2, will have left. By the time you read this, I will have left. Why? Because we are describing an action that will be completed at a specific point in the future. Question number 2. He at the company for 5 years when he got the promotion. Options are number 1, had been working, number 2, has been working, number 3, has worked. And the correct answer is number 2, has been working. He has been working at the company for 5 years when he got the promotion. Why? Because here we have past perfect continuous tense because it's a continuous action and it happened before. Which sentence is grammatically correct? It's been months since I saw you. It's been months since I've seen you. Number 1 A, number 2 B, number 3 both are correct. The answer is number 3, both are correct. Complete the second sentence so that it has a similar meaning to the first sentence using the word given. And the word given is look. I consider him my worst enemy. I him as my worst enemy. And the answer is I look upon him as my worst enemy. Think of one word that is suitable for both the sentences. Is this ladder strong enough to my weight? He couldn't the heat. And the word is bear. Is this ladder strong enough to bear my weight? He couldn't bear the heat. That's the end of B2. Now we are going to test whether you are C1. Which sentence is grammatically correct? If you follow me, I will show you to your seats. I'll usually go for a short walk before going to bed. Number 1 A, number 2 B, number 3 both are correct. And the answer is number 1 A. If you will follow me, I will show you to your seats. If you were described as sensible, what would the meaning be? Number 1, you are reasonable, you are well-mannered, you have a good habit. And the answer is number 1, you are reasonable. Rephrase the sentence, but do not change the meaning. This brand has been preferred by most professional plumbers. Majority of the professional plumbers this brand on top of the others. And the answer is choose. Most of the professional plumbers choose this brand on top of the others. Think of one word that is suitable for these sentences. The word should not be changed in any way. Number 1. The scientific theory I like best is that the rings of Saturn are composed of lost airline. Number 2. Pessimism only describes an attitude and hence is subjective. A serious and good philosophical work could be written of jokes. The word is entirely. The scientific theory I like best is that the rings of Saturn are composed entirely of lost airline. Pessimism only describes an attitude and hence is entirely subjective. Serious and good philosophical work could be written entirely of jokes. Another question. My dog chasing a cat into the river. Learning about the pay rates of newspaper freelancers will help you to access the situation financially before you take the There is also a money back guarantee with the system, so even if you decide to take the and the magical word is plunge. My dog chasing a cat plunged into the river. Learning about the pay rates of newspaper freelancers will help you to access the situation financially before you take the plunge. There is also a money back guarantee with the system, so even if you decide to take the plunge. So guys, we ended on in an advanced note here. Thank you guys so much for taking this test with me. Thank you so much for commenting as well. If this is your first video that you're watching on this channel, do let me know in the comment section. Also do subscribe my channel because that will motivate me. Bye bye. See you in the next lesson.